Hello students, my name is Sagar Pandya and today we are going to start with one of the most interesting and one of the most beautiful chapter of our syllabus. Chapter number 3, Key Concepts and Issues since 1991, Humanitarian Issues. Let's start. In the first two chapters, we have studied about the changes that have taken place in the world since 1991. We saw how the process of globalization has brought in concepts like participatory state, awareness of human rights, increasing importance of non-state actors, that is NGOs, etc. Today, humanitarian issues like environment, perspectives about poverty and development policies and approach towards gender have become one of the greatest important factor. Why? Because आज के ज़माने में humanitarian issues को cater करना not only it is important for the constitution wise but also it is important with respect to all different kinds of NGOs and also with respect to different governments. So, when we are talking about all these different governments, this chapter looks at these issues and tries to understand how India has dealt with them. So, let us begin with the first part, learning about the first issue. Now, when we are talking about all these humanitarian issues, the first and the most important issue, जो आजकल हम लोग suffer कर रहे हैं, environment. Environment and sustainability. Now, what is environment? It is everything that makes up of our surrounding. अपने आजू बाजू जितना चीज देख रहे, the air that we breathe, water that covers most of the earth's surface, plants, animals around us and much more. मतलब जो आजू बाजू दिख रहा है, which is living thing, environment. It is the conditions in which a person, animal or even plant lives. The natural environment consists of all living and non-living things occurring naturally. So, the natural environment consists of all living things and the non-living things occurring naturally. These things are a part of environment. It would include soil, rocks, atmosphere, air, water and climate. All these things are included in environment. There is also the built environment. The built environment, this refers to such areas where man has transformed landscapes such as urban settings and agricultural land conversions. All these parts are included in that. Urban settings and agricultural land conversions. Best example, अपना buildings, अपना bridges, everything. So all these things are included in that. मतलब urban population, urbanization, technological advancement के साथ लाने के लिए बहुत ज़रूरी है urbanization. And urbanization मतलब great living for human being. ऐसा mindset बन चुका है. So that is why the natural environment is modified into a human environment. The relationship between economic development and environment degradation was first placed on the international agenda in the year 1972. Kidhar? United Nations. United Nations Conference on Human Environment, which was held at Stockholm. Stockholm kidhar aaya? Sweden. The main purpose of the conference was to encourage and provide guidelines for the protection and improvement of the human environment. So in the year 1983, United Nations set up the World Commission on Environment and Development कि भाई हम लोगों को अभी environment protect करना है, वो ज़रूरी है, because आगे there will be no future for the mankind. And अगर वो protect करना है, yes, we have to take some great measures, we have to take some strict measures for protecting our own environment. The report of the commission, कौन सा commission था? Brundtland Commission. कौन सा commission? Brundtland Commission. The report of commission 1987 put forward the concept of sustainable development as an alternative approach to one based on economic growth. So sustainable development, proper development किसका? Environment का. But it should be on the basis of economic growth. मतलब एक साइड पे economic growth हो रहा है, दूसरे साइड पे alternative approach ये maintain करना जरूरी है. The United Nations General Assembly called for the United Nations Conference on Environment and Development, also called as UNCED. क्या? UNCED. United Nations Conference on Environment and Development. As a follow-up to the report of the Brundtland Commission. The goal of this summit was to understand the concept of development that would support socio-economic development and prevent the continued deterioration of the environment. मतलब support करो concept of development and support करने के साथ साथ जो continuous degradation हो रहा है उसको stop करो. So it also aimed at creating a partnership between the developing and the more industrialist country. मतलब यहाँ पे जो सबसे इंपॉर्टेंट बात यार, एनवायरनमेंट कंट्रोल करना है, एनवायरनमेंट डिग्रेडेशन कंट्रोल करना है. कैसे डिग्रेडेशन कंट्रोल करेंगे? जब भी हम लोग जितने भी इंडस्ट्रीज है, इंडस्ट्रीज को हम लोग जो एक रिस्ट्रिक्शन डालेंगे तो एनवायरनमेंट कंट्रोल होगा. रिस्ट्रिक्शन डालेंगे उसका मतलब क्या हुआ? जो मोर इंडस्ट्रियलाइज कंट्रीज है उनका जो हेल्दी फ्यूचर फॉर द प्लैनेट, ये माइंडसेट था, वो उसको रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना जरूरी है. वाई? बिकॉज इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन ज़्यादा तो उन लोगों का जो क्या बोलते हैं एनवायरनमेंट के रिलेटेड जो नेगेटिविटी स्प्रेड हो रहा है. वाई? बिकॉज दे रिलीज गैसेस फ्रॉम देयर चिमनीज वाइल मेकिंग सम काइंड ऑफ प्रोडक्ट. तो जब भी वो प्रोडक्शन चल रहा है तो वो टाइम पे चिमनी से गैसेस निकल रहे मतलब कार्बन मोनोऑक्साइड निकल रहा है. तो एट द एंड ऑफ द डे एनवायरनमेंट पे अफेक्ट करेगा, ओजोन लेयर पे अफेक्ट करेगा. क्लोरोफ्लोरोकार्बन हमारे घर पे भी है, फ्रिज खोलो CFC रिलीज, डीओ लगाओ CFC रिलीज, बचपन में पढ़ा था. व्हाट डू यू मीन बाय दैट? इट मीन्स दैट नॉट ओनली अपना तो घरेलू है बट इंडस्ट्रियल लेवल पे देखे तो दैट इज अफेक्टिंग मोर. सो जितने भी इंडस्ट्रियलाइज टेक्नोलॉजिकली एडवांस कंट्री है उन लोगों को, हम लोगों को रिस्ट्रिक्ट करना जरूरी है. एक साइड पे वो भी जरूरी है. This summit was next summit was held at Rio in 1992, Rio de Janeiro Earth Summit 1992, also called as Rio Summit. The Rio Conference or the Earth Summit sought to create international cooperation and development issues. It tried to raise public awareness on the need to integrate environment and development. So integrate मतलब include करना था. क्या चीज include करना था? Environment and development, protecting the environment, development लाना जरूरी था. In the year 2002, the Earth Summit was held in Johannesburg, South Africa, with the goal of again bringing together the leaders of the government, business and NGOs. Sustainable development was recognized as the most important goal for institution at the national, regional and international levels. In the year 2012, later on, the United Nations Conference on Sustainable Development was held in Rio again, and also called as Rio Plus 20 Summit, or also called as Rio Earth Summit 2012. जब ये चीज हुआ था, अगेन द सेम इश्यू क्या था? सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट. मतलब क्या सर, इतना ज्यादा बार बोल रहे हो सर सस्टेनेबल डेवलपमेंट लाओ, थोड़ा सस्टेनेबिलिटी लाओ, रिस्ट्रिक्शन रखो, साथ में इंडस्ट्रियलाइजेशन में कंट्रोल रखो. इतना फॉरवर्ड नहीं कर सकते, अर्थ पे अफेक्ट होगा. Hence, the goal of environmental sustainability is to conserve natural resources and to develop alternate resources of power while reducing pollution and harm to environment. इसके लिए जब भी हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, जब भी ओरिजिनली चालू किया था तो जब भी इलेक्ट्रिसिटी प्रोडक्शन होता था विथ रिस्पेक्ट टू कोल, अरे कोल पेरिशेबल आइटम है, एक दिन खत्म हो जाएगा तो अभी दूसरा एनर्जी लाओ. कौन सा एनर्जी यूज किया? हाइडल एनर्जी से हम लोगों को टर्बाइंस घुमाया, देखा वाव, बट इतना ज्यादा एनर्जी सोर्सेज नहीं मिला. तो वैसा हम लोगों को दूसरा सब्सटीट्यूट ढूंढना है, जो लेटर ऑन बाद में आया था सोलर एनर्जी के साथ. सो इससे दूसरे सब्सटीट्यूट्स ढूंढने हैं. दिस इज कॉल्ड एज एनवायरमेंटल सस्टेनेबिलिटी. हेंस दिस इज डिफाइंड एज रिस्पॉन्सिबल इंटरैक्शन विद द एनवायरमेंट टू अवॉइड डिप्लीशन और डिग्रेडेशन ऑफ नेचुरल रिसोर्सेज एंड अलाउ फॉर लॉन्ग टर्म एनवायरमेंट्स इक्वालिटी. The practice of environmental sustainability helps to ensure that the needs of today's population are met without jeopardizing, without restricting, without destroying the ability of future generations to meet their needs. So, there are certain important environmental concerns which have come across, like these are as follows, जो हम लोगों ने, मैंने और तूने, yes, तूने, दोनों ने मिलके हम लोगों ने साथ में ये realize किया है. Like for example, climate change. बारिश दिसंबर तक हो रही है, नवंबर तक हो रही है, क्या बात है? मतलब दैट इज क्लाइमेट चेंज, दैट इज बिकॉज ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज. ग्रीन हाउस गैस एमिशन आर द मेन कॉज ऑफ क्लाइमेट चेंज, दैट इज वो ग्रीन हाउस गैस क्लोरोफ्लोरोकार्बन. दिस हैज रिजल्टेड इन एक्सट्रीम वेदर इवेंट्स सच एज ड्रॉट्स, वाइल्ड फायर्स, हीट वेव्स एंड फ्लडिंग. थिंग दैट केम अक्रॉस, pollution, air pollution, climate change are closely linked to each other. Greenhouse gas is basically climate change क्यों हुआ? pollution की वजह से, that is greenhouse gas emission की वजह से, that are warming the planet and also are creating smoggy conditions in major cities that endanger the public health. बहुत पहले से, जब भी कोरोना एरा चल रहा था उसके पहले भी हम लोग बहुत सारे सिटीज में देख रहे थे लोग मास्क पहन के घूमते हैं. Next, deforestation. Forests are important as they absorb CO2 that would otherwise escape into atmosphere and worsen the global warming. Cutting down trees also threatens animals and humans who rely on healthy forests to sustain themselves. Afforestation, planting the trees. Deforestation, cutting the trees. Afforestation karo, deforestation mat karo. Next, water scarcity. This is one of the main cause for every different thing. As the population increases and climate change causes more and more droughts, water scarcity is becoming more of an issue. Access to clean, safe water, that is drinking water, is an important problem faced by the population even today. Next, लॉस ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी. लॉस ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी का जब भी हम लोग बात कर रहे हैं, द लॉस ऑफ बायोडाइवर्सिटी थ्रेटन्स फूड सिक्योरिटी एंड पॉपुलेशन हेल्थ. क्लाइमेट चेंज इज ऑल्सो अ मेजर कॉन्ट्रीब्यूटर टू बायोडाइवर्सिटी. द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एक्सटर्नल अफेयर्स एंड अलॉन्ग विद द मिनिस्ट्री ऑफ एनवायरमेंट, forest and climate change is the nodal agency in the administrative structure of the central government for the planning, promotion, coordination and overseeing the implementation of India's environmental and forest policy or forestry policies and programs. Basically they are working, यहाँ पे जब भी हम लोग बात करें about the nodal agency, the basic agency, base root agency in the administrative working of the central and the planning, promotion and coordination of how we need to control the environmental and forestry policies and programs. The primary concern of the ministry, this ministry, is that our implementation of the policies and programs related to conservation of country's natural resource. नेचुरल रिसोर्स को कैसा प्रोटेक्ट करेगा, दैट इज मोर इंपॉर्टेंट एंड यही मेन टास्क होना चाहिए. जब भी ये मेन टास्क हो रहा है, मतलब दिस शुड बी द मेन टास्क, कंजर्वेशन ऑफ कंट्रीज नेचुरल रिसोर्स विच इंक्लूड्स इट्स लेक्स, रिवर्स, बायोडाइवर्सिटी, फॉरेस्ट्स एंड वाइल्ड लाइफ, ensuring the welfare of animals and the prevention and the abatement of pollution. While implementing these policies and programs, the ministry is guided by the principle of sustainable development and enhancement of human well-being. कैसे हम लोग protect करेंगे. Next thing, poverty and development. Now, poverty and development is that case जो हम लोग बहुत ज़्यादा बार इंडिया में हम लोग देख सकते हैं, बहुत ज़्यादा बार हम लोग इंडिया में देखा है बहुत सालों तक, but slowly and gradually the things are changing. Poverty, garibi. What is poverty? How is it related to the development? What are various perspectives and approaches that would help us to understand the relationship between the two sections? Let us learn. Traditional perception of poverty would focus on lack of food, water, shelter, clothing, sanitation, etc. There is also a monetary based consideration of what is poverty. Monetary based with respect to money. Poverty is therefore a state of an individual, family or society where people are unable to provide for their basic necessity of life. Poverty ऐसे define किया जाता था. It focuses on the earnings of an individual that would help him to live a relatively comfortable life. These are material aspects of life, and because of which a state is expected to ensure that the people are provided for the necessary material goods for their survival. Basic necessities होना ज़रूरी है. There is an alternative view also of poverty. This focuses on both the material as well as non-material aspects of life. Here the focus is on human well-being. मतलब ऐसा था कि बहुत बार ऐसा होता है material and non-material. Now material and non-material मतलब with respect to monetary basis, and उसके अलावा also the well-being, मतलब here the focus is human well-being through sustainable societies in social, economic and political terms. तो ये तीनों basis पे हम लोगों को देखना ज़रूरी है कि किस तरह से ह्यूमन वेलफेयर मिल रहा है, एंड अगर मिल रहा है तो यहाँ पे कौन से ऐसे टर्म्स है जो हम लोग यूज़ कर सकते हैं. हेंस हियर द एम्फोसिस इज गिवन ऑन वैल्यूज, कम्युनिटी टाइज एंड अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ कॉमन रिसोर्सेज. अगर ये पर्टिकुलर कम्युनिटी को ये लोग बिलोंग करते हैं, तो अगर ये कम्युनिटी का हालत ऐसा है तो आगे उसमें आगे फ्यूचर क्या होगा इन लोगों का. सो सच अ व्यू would focus on participatory nature of decision making, ensuring that the marginalized community is able to participate in public policy and also to promote economic and political decentralization. Economic and political decentralization, like for example when we are dividing at different levels, that is called as decentralization, dividing the rule. The approach to the concept of our development is usually looked at through a set of political and social values. The purpose of development is to ensure welfare of the people. For example, development can be associated with economic growth. One perspective about economic growth can focus on the predominant role of the state in promoting economic growth. तो किस तरह से how the government, state मतलब कौन सा, central government कैसे promote करता है, किस तरह से promote करता है economic growth, that is more important. First view. Second view, another view can focus on the role of free market economy. Free market economy मतलब क्या, जब भी हम लोग बात करें free market economy, how much independence is given as a trader to you for traveling to some other place and trade there. The farmer would be classified as a socialist while a latter will be asked as capitalist. Both these are traditional approaches to the development. मतलब originally socialist and capitalist हम लोग USA and USSR के टाइम से फर्स्ट चैप्टर से देखते आ रहे हैं. दूसरा, the alternate non-traditional view about the development focuses on both material and non-material aspects of poverty. So sir, material non-material में क्या क्या आ सकता है? It stresses on political participation from the grassroots level, basic level, ensuring that all sections of the community are represented in decision making process also. Decision making process में सबका importance perfect होना चाहिए. It seeks to balance human activity with nature, thus promoting the concept of sustainable development. So the approaches to development until 1990s were mainly traditional in nature. Their main concern was tackling the material aspect. Thus the role of state, that is government, was targeted to increase the economic prosperity. हर एक जगह पे economic prosperity लाना है. कैसे लाएंगे? Through generating employment opportunities. It is the only way. It is only way जहाँ पे हम लोग ये चीज़ प्रमोट कर सकते हैं, poverty हटा सकते हैं. It is only in 1990s that the alternative view of development has become acceptable, that is giving importance to opportunity of employment, and consequently the focus today in development based on equity, participation, empowerment and sustainability has increased day by day. The ECOSOC, याद आया, एक ऑर्गन है यूनाइटेड नेशन का, इकोसॉक. जैसे जनरल असेंबली एंड सिक्योरिटी काउंसिल है, ICJ है, वैसे इकोसॉक है. Economic and Social Council of United Nations considers poverty as denial of choices and opportunities and a violation of human dignity. And इसके लिए जो countries में poverty रहेगा वो सब countries में ECOSOC and other organs of United Nations is working for giving importance with respect to employment opportunities, with respect to their giving food, giving shelter, giving supplying different aspects. Same. It means the lack of basic capacity to participate effectively in society, not having enough to feed and clothe a family, not having a school or a clinic to go to, not having the land on which to grow one's food or a job to earn one's living, nor having access to credit. It also means insecurity, powerlessness and exclusion of individuals, households and communities. Everything is included in this. So it means sustainability to violence, and it often implies living on marginal and fragile environment, weak environment, or rather I would say delicate environment. Not having access to clean water and sanitation. The ECOSOC also argues that poverty needs to be addressed through the full involvement of government and all the other development actors in society. Everyone should take this issue as first. Every government should rather give importance to this issue first. This has to be done as per the national and local circumstances based on the actual assessment of the needs of the poor. Democratization and enhanced protection of human rights as key components of good governance are necessary to eradicate poverty. So dear students, that's it from my side. We are going to study in the next video about poverty. अभी तक तो poverty पढ़ा, but now we are going to understand about poverty and development in India. How poverty was there and how development of India came across. That we are going to understand in the next video. Till then, take care, like, share, comment, subscribe to the channel. Bye bye.